What are we looking at? Hello everyone, I am Third Mario Brother. Welcome back to Pokemon Emerald. In the last episode, we set out north from Slateport City and took on the Trick House along with fighting our rival May once again over here on our way to the next city of Mauville underneath the cycling road. You might notice, however, that I started this episode off a little farther back than, could you turn please? I started this episode off a little bit farther back than we left off last time. That's because our Pokemon got smacked around at the end of the last episode and I had to go back to Slateport to heal them up. And you know what? I think it's time for a change. I don't want to get smacked around so much anymore, and I think it's about time that we add another member to our party to ensure the Dishwater and Swellowship don't have to take on everything on their own, and I'm sure they could. I am absolutely positive that they could. However, we've only got 2 Pokemon at this point in the game, and I think it's about time we add a third one, so I'm going to go ahead and look around for the one that I have in mind, and I will meet you guys when I find it. And here it is, precisely the Pokemon that I was looking for. We have found ourselves an Electrike. And oh my god, doesn't it look absolutely intimidating and terrifying and awesome? I love this Pokemon so much, and I cannot wait to have one of these on our team. And unfortunately, looks like even our weakest move, Tackle, is going to kill it if I shoot it again. So, let's just start chucking Pokeballs at it, and oh boy, I forgot to buy Pokeballs before this episode. Oh, how ingenious of me. We've only got 6 Pokeballs left, 5 after this one. We don't even have a Premier Ball to welcome it to the team with. And you know what? I usually like to do fancy welcomes for new team members, but I guess Electrike is just going to have to live with this one. And her data was at her, what is it? I'm so used to saying her at this point because our entire team is girls, but it generates electricity using friction from the atmosphere. In seasons with especially arid air, its entire body blazes with violent showers of sparks. Oh my god, this thing sounds super sciencey and super awesome. And yes, of course I would like to give it a nickname, and whoa, it is a girl, so at least 3 out of our 6 team members are girls. That is absolutely incredible. Never happened to me before, and you know what I'm going to name this thing? Let's see. I'm naming her Voltaire because I don't even care, and she's super smart and super... Hold on, I just had an idea. On the same line, we could also name her Shock, and oh my god, I can't even decide. I can't even decide between these two. These are both so great. I cannot decide between these 2 nicknames for the life of me. Well, for now, just for now, I'm going to go with Voltaire, and if you guys prefer the other nickname, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Tell me which one you prefer, and if you have a different nickname for this Pokemon, feel free to leave one. In fact, whenever we catch a new Pokemon, feel free to leave a nickname suggestion in the comments, because I want to see your guys' input. I'm not the most creative guy in the world, but Voltaire it is for now. Voltaire the Electrike, and oh my, is she going to make a beautiful addition to this team, and there she is. Anyway, we now can move on to the next city finally, and I'm going to throw up another repel. That is, if we have them. I always forget to buy stuff before starting these episodes, which is probably not the best idea in the world, but you know what? I suppose it doesn't really matter. And before I forget, I'm going to go ahead and take the experience share from Swellowship and give it to Voltaire, because she is behind in the level. She's level 12, whereas our other Pokemon are like hovering around level 20, so she's got some catching up to do, but never fear, in just a few moments, I'm sure she will be right up there with the best of them, and I'm going to switch her into the 3rd slot because, well, just because I feel like doing that. And, actually, you know what? I'm going to put her in the 2nd slot and throw a potion on her because she's really low on health, and I think these guys have electric types, and I don't want Swellowship taking too much damage from those electric types. So anyway, there we go. Let's go ahead and take these on because it looks like there's something back there behind him. Can I see your Pokemon? Just one look, please. Take a picture, dude. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, full throttle time. If you can't groove, you get left behind. And trust me, man, I can groove. I know how to groove, and my Pokemon are the ones who... Whoa, my god, that guy. The way he is dressed. Okay, can I like, back out of this fight or something? This seems kind of... to complete my collection. Dude, you're so creepy. Stop. Get out of here. Oh my gosh. Okay, and that does it for that fight. I like collecting match call. No, please, please. No, no, don't collect our number. He's collecting our number. He's collecting our identity, and he is not leaving our life now. We found a revive, though, so I suppose that double battle was worth it after all. Well, at least I sure hope so. Trainer tips. The foe can be made helpless by paralyzing it or causing it to sleep. Whoa, gee, I never would have figured that one out. But anyway, that is a helpful little tip provided to us by that sign. And do we have to fight these guys? Is this a required battle? I have no idea. 2 of our Pokemon are paralyzed, Dishwater and Voltaire. More importantly, Dishwater, because she's a little bit stronger than Voltaire at this point. So Do we have any cherry berries? Yes, we do. Let's go ahead and not check the tag, but instead use it on dishwater so that we can get through here. I just want to make it to the next town so we can heal up and so we can actually start training Voltaire seriously and stuff. But I guess it's time that we have another double battle because I really want this item right here. I have foreseen your intentions. I cannot possibly lose. Well, I guess we're going to be finding out if this guy is a quack or not. I fell off cycling road. I'll get over my embarrassment by battling with you. You should probably, instead of getting over your embarrassment, you should get over to a clinic or something. Because falling from that high on a bicycle sounds like it could be potentially bad. But what do we got? We have an Abra and a Magnemite to go up against. And, of course, this is going to be no problem whatsoever for our Dishwater and Voltaire. Now, one of I don't know if this Magnemite has Levitate or not, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this. One of the advantages of having a Marshtomp is that even though Mudkip's a water type, Marshtomp and Swampert don't have a weakness to electricity because they're part ground type, so you are completely immune to electricity, and your only weakness is grass, which is really, really good, especially for this part in the game that's coming up really, really soon. Not to spoil anything, but the next gym will be an electric type gym. So, Dishwater is going to be our key player in it once again, and man, she is just pulling through. She's just coming through critical at every point in this game so far, and Voltaire's level 14 already, which is absolutely awesome to me. So go ahead and tackle that Abra, and let's take this thing out and get this fight over with, because we're almost to the next city in which all the action is going to be taking place. And I kind of want to see that action, so Abra, you can take this water gun straight up the nostrils and fall through the floor just like all my other enemies. And yet again, we get another level up. Cool. And Dishwater wants to learn Foresight. What does this even do? I don't know. Those efforts. No, thank you. That sounds absolutely useless. Maybe useful for like one fight against a trainer that uses double team a lot, but that's about it. I failed to prophesize my own demise. Maybe I should be a poet instead of a psychic. Oops, I ended up losing, perhaps because you couldn't stand because one of your legs is broken from falling that 15 feet. Anyway, we found an elixir which restores, I think, 10 power points to every move that we had. Does this have an item? Yes, it does have an item. Oh my gosh, I have the keenest set of eyes ever. In fact, I'm sure I've missed like a bunch of items on this road so far because there are a ton of those spaces that look like they would have items. And I would use my item finder and try to find them all, but I'm sure it's nothing that important. And Hoenn is, of course, the dirtiest region of them all, with litter left and right and in every which direction, so I'm sure we'll find some more hidden items to make up for it later. And here we have Nanab berries, and I'm not sure what the purpose of these is. I think they're not used to heal any status condition or anything like that. I really don't know. And I'm going to leave that patch of soil because I'm just a rebel. Hey, how's it going? Do you check out TV at all? They've added a bunch of cool new shows recently. TV is so cool. I've seen my friends on TV just out of the blue. And sometimes they even put you on TV without telling you. Me, specifically? I wish I would be on TV sometime. That's why I think you should check out TVs whenever you can. TV, TV, TV. I love me some TV. Yeah, that guy is really into television. He is part of our instant gratification generation that everybody so frequently refers to. But welcome to Mauville City, the city of televisions, apparently. Woohoo! I hear people call me the Rock Smash guy, but I find that sort of degrading. I think I deserve a bit more respect, maybe like the Rock Smash dude. Anywho, your Pokemon look pretty strong. I like that. Here, take this hidden machine, and he gives us HM06, which is, unsurprisingly, Rock Smash, which contains a terrible, terrible move. It's a fighting type move that has like 35 power or something like that, but it's required for the end of the game because we have to smash some rocks out of our way. And that is absolutely a smashing TM, but I'm going to go ahead and heal up real quick. First and foremost, and then we have some business here in Mauville that we have to take care of before the end of the episode. So, thank you very much, Nurse Joy, and whoa, what's this guy over in the corner here? I'm digging the hairstyle, dude. You know what? It's weird, but you're pulling it off. Hey, yo, they call me the hipster. I'll teach you what's hippin' happening. Hey, have you heard about Young Money, Young Cash, Young Jeezy? What's it mean? Well, ask your mommy and daddy, okay? I'm gonna go. What? I don't even understand what just happened. And hey, it's Wally and his very, very generic-looking uncle. I was going to say father, but that's his uncle. Aw, uncle, please. I want to challenge this gym and see how much better I become. Please, may I, please? Now, hold on, Wally. Since you started living with Pokemon, you have grown quite a lot stronger. But don't you think you're pushing it to suddenly challenge a gym? You didn't even wear your helmet or your knee pads, Wally. What are you doing? I'm not pushing it. The combined forces with Ralts, we can beat anyone. Anyone. Quotation marks. Define anyone, please, Wally. Oh, hi, Brian. I've gotten a lot stronger since we met. Brian, I want you and my uncle to understand that. Brian, please, will you have a battle with me? I wonder what happens if you say no. But I don't want to risk losing this, or losing the opportunity to have this battle. So I'm going to go ahead and hit yes, and we can fight Wally. And Wally is pointing at a... Oh, is that a peace sign, or is he pointing at us? He just has his hand up. I really have no idea. Anyway, he only has Ralts at level 16, which Ralts is a very good Pokemon. That is for sure. But not alone, not unevolved, and not dying in one hit. Oh, Wally. That was pathetic. ... I lost. Yeah, you did. Uncle, I'll go back to Verdanturf. Brian, thank you. Being a trainer is tough, isn't it? Well, not when you're me, but, you know. It's not enough just to have Pokemon to make them battle. That isn't what being a real trainer is about. Wally, there's no need to be so down on yourself. Why, what's keeping you from becoming stronger and stronger? Come on, let's go home. Everyone's waiting for you. Mom has a bowl of chicken noodle soup fixed up, and you can take a nap. Plus, your clothes are all folded and on the dresser for you. Brian, it just dawned on me that you must be the trainer who kept an eye out for Wally when he caught his Pokemon. Yep, that was me. That was my good deed of the year. Why don't you visit us in Verdanturf sometime? I'm sure Wally would enjoy it. Alright, sounds good. I'll think about it. Maybe. Oh, God, no! Wally and then Scott, what's going on? I was watching that match. Friends with that boy Wally, aren't you? You could say that, I guess. You didn't hold anything back and beat him impressively. You're such a jerk. Yeah, that's what a real Pokemon battle is all about. Bullying new kids. I idolize trainers like that. I'll be cheering for you. How do you keep finding me? I don't even understand it. Ugh. Sorry for the small cut there. And yes, there is indeed the third gym here in Mauville, but we're not going to be taking it on quite yet because we have a little bit of unfinished business. What do you have to say to us, Mr. Spiky Hair Dude? Learn about bikes while I work here. I just learned that they have 2 wheels. Isn't that insane? You need advice on how to ride your bike? There's a couple handbooks in the back. And unfortunately, we don't have a bike, but that's all going to change very soon. Well, what have we here? A most energetic customer. Me? You may call me Rydell. I'm the owner of this cycle shop. Your running shoes, they're awfully filtered. Well, gee. Thanks. Thanks. Did you come from far away? Yes, I did. Saying that you came all this way from Littleroot? My goodness, that's ridiculously far. Like 20 minutes of gameplay far. If you had one of my bikes, you could go anywhere easily while feeling the gentle caress of the wind. Ah, how poetic. I'll give you a bike. Oh, wait a second. I forgot to tell you that there are 2 kinds of bikes, the Mach Bike and the Acro Bike. And yes, you can get 2 types of bike in this game. The Mach Bike goes incredibly quickly, like almost Mr. Briny level fast, and the Acro Bike you can do tricks with to reach secret places. And I'm going to go ahead and choose the Mach Bike. If there are any points in the game when the Acro Bike becomes important, I will just come and switch bikes just like he said so, and I will do that off screen so as to save you guys some time. But for now, we can experience the sheer speed of the Mach Bike, and we're going to use this for getting ourselves back to Slateport City, because I did indeed have just a few requests to do the Battle Tent, and so why not? Let's go back there and do it, along with the fact that there's a TM inside of the Battle Tent that I never got that I would like to pick up. I'm not going to... Ooh, hello. Oh, hello, Brian. Just wanted to tell you that my uncle bought me a Pokénav. Aw, that's so cute. Now I can get in touch with you anytime, Brian. That's not as cute. And he just clicks off. That's all he says. Okay, I guess we've unwillingly registered Wally in the Pokénav. But you know what? Perhaps he will be a good friend in time. And here's Cycling Road. You can only come on here with a bike. The triathlon is hard in the extreme. You have to complete the 3 events of swimming, cycling, and running. And taking a break to have some Pokemon battles, apparently. Or perhaps the triathlon just isn't going on right now. I have no idea. Anyway, she's going to send out Magnemite. We're going to send out our dishwater and take this thing out. But yeah, this is Cycling Road. You have to have a bike to come on this road. Do you have Levitate? No, you don't. Awesome. Yes, you have to have a bike to come on this road. It makes getting between Slateport and Mauville 100 times easier, especially after you take out all the trainers on it. Which, of course, I haven't done yet. I'll probably be doing most of that off-screen, aside from a battle here or there on the way there. I like you. Let's have a rematch on Cycling Road. Anywhere else? No, not good enough. Alright, we've registered this nice, friendly girl, Abigail, on our Pokénav. Anyway, let's go ahead and get out of here with not too many more battles, please. I've been riding without stopping. My thighs are like rocks. Okay, and now that we've somehow really? Oh my god, I'm awful at this. Watch it. I guess you're not used to bike racing. You know what? I'm really not. I haven't used the mock bike in forever and a half in a Pokemon game, so this might take some getting used to. And you have 3 Pokemon. Oh boy, it's probably a bunch of Voltorbs and Magnemites, just like that last girl. Whoa, my brakes failed. Not as hard as you did, though, buddy. Anyway, that takes care of that guy, and somehow we beat that girl up there with the rock-hard thighs. And now we're finally off of Cycling Road, and I'm going to take care of these guys off-screen. 1 minute plus. Your cycling skills border on terrifying. You need much more practice. You know what? Poo on you, my friend. Poo on you. But that guy rates your cycling skills every time. I don't think there's actually a purpose to having your cycling skills rated or whatever, but yeah, I don't know, it's kind of interesting, and I was always trying to get the best time that I possibly could when I was a kid doing that little mini-game of sorts. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and rest our Pokemon, even though we don't really need to, and we're going to take on the Battle Tent, because like I said, we got just a few requests to do the Battle Tent, but a few was good enough for me, and why not just tack it on to the end of an episode? I mean, there's no harm in doing that, right? So, let's go ahead and scoot on up here to the Battle Tent. Up in this top left corner before we begin, though, I believe it's this guy. Well, I couldn't find myself any Pokemon that were, like, for me, so I figured, like, hey, should file a complaint to the guy there? Wouldn't hear me out. Like, hey, so, like, total bummer, man. Hey, like, you, zip it, you know? Just, you know, take this, bruh. This voice doesn't fit my sprite at all, but whatever, I'm getting the TM41, bruh. And that is Torment. Like, it won't let the other guy use the same move twice in a row, see? Hey, now, you listen here, like, I'm not laying a Torment on you. I don't understand what you're saying. I lost all of the meaning in the words there. Anyway, we have the Battle Swap Challenge, in which we'll finally be able to test our skill outside of a setting in which our Pokemon are ridiculously overleveled, so let's go ahead and do it. But first, we've got to save our game, so let's do that. Please step this way. First, we will hold your Pokemon for safekeeping. You may then choose from our selection of Pokemon. Alright, so they're going to take all our Pokemon, and we have a Machop, a Spinda, a Kecleon, a Cacnea, a Kirlia, and an Illumise, or Illumise, to choose from. And whoa, this is actually a really interesting selection. Do we get to, yes, we can look at their summaries. So, we can look at their stats. This guy has really high attack. Ooh, pretty alright. Inflicts damage equal to the user's level. Pretty decent moves pool here, it looks like. What do we have? Dizzy Punch, Feint Attack, Hypnosis, and Rest. Alright, I'm definitely taking that Spinda, unless there's something amazing over here. Not so much with Kecleon. What do you have? Pin Missile? Not really. You kind of suck. Alright, I'm taking the Kirlia. Charm, Tackle, Encore, and Moonlight. Moonlight's an alright move, but really low PP, and I don't see it coming in handy too much in NPC battle, so I'm going to go with the Kirlia, the Spinda, and the Machop. Alright, here we go. So let's rent the Machop, let's rent the Spinda, and the Kirlia. And basically, all you do is pick 3 Pokemon to start out the tournament with, follow this guy right this way, and we have some battles with some random NPCs. Bad news! It's a sand tomb! Also, I love what these guys say before their battle begins. But yes, here is... Oh, it's not a hiker. It's a Ruined Maniac Malachi. I really, really like that name. And he's going to send out Graveler, but we're going to send out Machop. And you know what that means? Seismic Toss said it did damage equal to the user's level, right? I hope this Graveler doesn't kill us in one hit. I'm sure we can survive one hit. Oh, it's going to use Mud Sport because it's stupid. And oh, Graveler, you're missing one tooth, or at least have a chip in one of your teeth. We're going to use Vital Throw and smack this thing right in the face. And yeah, it's super effective. Vital Throw is going to come in handy if you have a Makuhita, because Makuhita is really slow. It's always going to go last, but it's always going to hit as well. But it's a fairly powerful attack, and we took out that Graveler with no problem. But basically, we're going to have to do just 3 of these fights, and then thereafter, we will win and collect our prize. And he has a Soul Rock. This could potentially be very bad. So Vital Throw is not going to be super effective anymore, unless... Wait, what's Soul Rock's second typing? It's Rock Psychic, right? Unless I'm mistaken. So let's go ahead and just use Seismic Toss and see how much that does. Ooh, about a third. Okay. This is kind of bad, because I don't know if we have anything really good that can go up against this thing. But luckily, it doesn't seem to have, like, confusion or anything that's going to be directly super effective against us. So we can just go ahead and use Seismic Toss and take this thing out. And, oh, it's using Harden. Okay, that's not really going to do anything against my move that's going to do 30 damage no matter what, but you know what? You are the hardest opponent I've ever fought, so you have that to be proud of at the very least. And you might notice that when he's throwing in new Pokemon, I'm not getting the opportunity to switch. That's because, what was I going to say? Oh, that is because this uses multiplayer rules. Like, if you hooked up your Game Boy with somebody else and started battling with them, it would be the same way. Oh, this is definitely going to take us out. But, yeah, multiplayer rules. You can't switch in when the opponent is sending in a Pokemon because that would make this far, 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 far too easy. Kind of just like the main game, but, you know. And, you can't use items, or can you use items? No, you can't use items, you can't run away, of course. Basically, it's just multiplayer rules. So our Spinda's just going to use Feint Attack on this guy, take him out really, really easily. Wait, whoa, you lived through that. I am impressed, Baltoy. But it's going to use Psybeam, and our Spinda is just perpetually confused anyway, and she's doing the confusion dance, and she's going to dance right over your fainted corpse after she uses Feint Attack one more time. He uses Feint Attack, I'm sorry. There are always those Pokemon that you feel like, I've lost in this sand tomb. Okay, whatever you say, guy. But you know how there are always sort of those Pokemon that, look like they should... Oh, no! Ooh. I kind of want to keep this team, honestly. I kind of really like this team, so I'm going to go ahead and quit swapping. Yeah, you can swap out Pokemon for Pokemon that you just fought after every match. You don't get to see their movesets, though, I don't think, so that's the one downside to that. Conversation can wait until I win. I'm sorry. I was planning on having a nice chat with you, Miss Lady. Yes, Miss Lady is your name, but I was planning on having a nice, friendly chat with you, but unfortunately, you just want me to beat you to a pulp, and alright, if you say so. This thing's gonna use Substitute. That's pretty annoying, actually. But, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. You know how there's some Pokemon that just look like they should be male, and some Pokemon that just look like they should be female? I mean, no gender discrimination or anything, but, for example, like, something like Chansey just looks a lot more feminine than it does masculine. Perhaps it's just the color scheme, perhaps it's just the face or something like that, and I suppose that I'm not one of the people that, cannot stand having one gender or the other, like, having a male Skitty instead of a female Skitty, or having a female, what's a really masculine Pokemon? I can't, well, female Machamp instead of a male Machamp. It's just, with me, I accidentally default to the incorrect gender pronoun once in a while, and so I apologize to any Pokemon out there watching this video who may have been offended by that, but we're doing a Machop sweep right now, and that wasn't very effective. Yeah, Bite is finally a Dark-type move in this game. Was it a Dark-type move in Generation 2? I really don't know. I'm not going to talk about that anymore. Let's just go ahead and use Seismic Toss and get rid of this guy. Oh, he used Flash. Flash is actually, like, one of the worst moves in the game, even for an HM. It has 70% accuracy and the same effect as Sand Attack, so it's really, really terrible and really, really annoying to use in that way. So, even as an HM, it fails, and I hate that move so much. And plus the fact that it's not actually mandatory, and especially early on in the game when you get it, it's just really annoying and really silly, and I hate the move Flash. But anyway, it's better that he uses it than Sand Attack, because of course I would prefer... Of course you hit 5 times. But I would prefer this guy have a chance of missing his Flash. Or who are we facing? Oh yeah, we're facing Lady Flimboldop, or whatever her name is. I would prefer that she have the chance of missing attacks than hitting them. So anyway, we're going to get our Pokemon restored, and I don't think there was anything in that match that I wanted to swap, so no, I would not like to swap a Pokemon, and this Machop is just pounding through the competition, man. I would have you on my real team, but... Grah, 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 grah! Oh my god, dude, stop. No, you're scaring me. I forfeit, I'm done. I want to get out of here, please. I don't care if I get the prize. I don't care if I win. Get this kid away from me. Yeah, Pokemaniac Davian would like to battle. That's an interesting name. And you have a Machoke, I have a Machop. This does not bode well, so I'm going to switch into my Curlia so we have a bit of a type advantage. And yes, because you can't switch when the opponent is sending in a Pokemon, that does mean that you have to use a turn to switch a Pokemon if you feel the need to. And look at Curlia. She is sassy as heck right now. She's just sticking out her butt like, come on, let's do this. But yeah, she's a little dancer, and she's not doing very much damage to this Machoke whatsoever. And it's slowing our defense to a sort of discomfortingly low level. Like, if this thing hits us, even though we're psychic, I feel like we might die because, okay, it's just gonna use Foresight because this computer is dumb. Oh, you're so silly, Machoke. You're looking all cute and handsome over there and stuff. But you know what? I'm just gonna confuse you, and even though you're perpetually confused and don't know which moves to use in the first place, we can take you out regardless. So, he's going to send out Kecleon, which is a really, really interesting Pokemon introduced in this generation. It will change types based on the move that hit it last. So, ooh, it might have a Dark-type move, but I'm going to go ahead and chance it and use a Calm Mind. Let's get some setup going over here. Curlia sweep time. Oh, yeah. But yeah, Calm Mind's going to raise both of our... Ooh, he has Astonish. Oh my god. Okay, that does a ton of damage. Curly up. Sorry, but you're done. If this Confusion doesn't kill this thing, then... I don't know what to tell you. Okay, it definitely didn't kill that thing, but it's going to use Screech on us instead of something that could murder us in one more move. But you know what? I'm okay with that. I could use Double Team and be a jerk, but I really don't feel like doing that right now, so I'm just going to use Confusion one more time. Hope that it gets confused. Is that going to happen for us? No, it's not, unfortunately. It's going to astonish us right into our grave, and we're going to have to switch into something that can take care of it. And Spinda seems like the perfect Pokemon to do that, because Spinda has Feint Attack, and so we can Feint Attack this guy right in the nostrils. Change him to the Dark type. And then we also have Hypnosis. Jeez, this thing is defensive. Am I just, like, not aware of Kecleon's stats or what? I really have no idea. But anyway, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to Dizzy Punch this thing. Hope that it gets confused. Look at all those ducks flying everywhere. Quack, quack. Oh, yeah, you're back to the normal type. Now we're back where we started, except you have slightly less health. What I was going to do is put this thing... Ooh, it has an item. A very interestingly named item that I still, to this day, really have no idea how to pronounce. But I was just going to put this thing to sleep and pull out Machop to do some super effective Vital Throws on it, but it looks like Dizzy Punch is going to take it out because it keeps using Lick, even though Lick is not affecting us because it's a Ghost-type move. But anyway, he's going to send out Voltorb. And, what's the best strategy here? I guess just keep on using Dizzy Punch. Ooh, Rollout. This could potentially be bad if we don't get this thing down in a few moves, because if he uses Rollout a couple of times in a row... Ooh, and we got Static. Please, please, please don't be paralyzed on this turn. Ooh, that's going to do a little bit more damage. You can do it, Spinda. I believe in you. I've never met you, but I believe in you, and you came through in the end. Spinda pulling off the Dizzy Punch and pulling off the tourney bout. Rollout increases power every time you use it. Ugh, this so angry, so rustled. Congratulations, you've won 3 straight matches. I will return your Pokemon in exchange for our rental Pokemon. I must also save your event results. Please wait. In recognition of your 3-win streak, we award you this prize, and we got the full heal. So we spent all that time just for 1 full heal, which will heal any status condition once. But you know what? I was happy to show this off because you guys wanted to see it anyway. Thank you for watching this episode of Pokemon Emerald. We made it to Mauville City, and we took on the battle tent that we failed to take on last time, and I don't know why I'm trying to heal my Pokemon, because I healed them right before I went in there. I'm just addicted to the... I can't go a day without seeing this nurse's face. I mean, look at her. Look at those eyes. Look at that hair. She's just so beautiful. I'm in love with you, Nurse Joy. Anyway... That's going to do it for this episode of Pokemon Emerald. We got a lot done in this episode, so next time we will go back to Mauville City and actually start doing some stuff there. Hopefully taking on the gym leader of the Electric-type gym, Watson. So, thank you all very much for watching this episode, and I will see you guys next time.